wonderful, gorgeous, exciting people. How are you? Today I'm talking about heaven, and I'm talking about the up-and-coming breakpoints, as described to me by the emissaries. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So I said to the emissaries the other day, how's everything up in heaven? And they said, you do know that we're not in heaven, don't you? And I said, so where are you? And they said, it would be better to say that we're in an alternative dimension. Yeah? They said, but we understand why you say heaven, because you look up. So I said, so what is in heaven? And they said, nothing. It's all other dimensional. So whatever that means, nothing in heaven. But I think what they mean is that when we look up, we're not looking in the right place. Yeah. So I said to them, well, how's everything then in that alternative dimension in which you live? And they said, we're coming up to a series of break points. And I said, oh, that sounds interesting. What are they? And they said the break points, you might call them turning points, watersheds. And they said what it's going to be and what we're going to see are points where something, the course shifts dramatically. They said you might represent them to yourself as what you call victories of common sense. That's what they said. Victories of common sense, where you're going down a road going, this is not the right road. This road is stupid. This doesn't make any sense. And how many of those roads have we been down of late, especially over the last 4 years? Like, there are 57 genders. Right. That I think they went up to a higher number, but I think it sort of stabilized around 57. And me at my age, I'm saying, well, that doesn't make much sense to me. That doesn't ring true to me. And not just to me, but to many billions of people. Like, that's just stupid. Yeah. And then suddenly we've got an announcement there are only 2, and everyone's going, yay, get in, a break point of, no, that's not going to be the way that we're going to think about it. Okay, and what they're saying is there are lots and lots and lots of things that are going to happen that are happening now. They said you're probably seeing lots of them, but they're going to continue to be happening, these breakpoints where we go, well, thank God for that. Common sense has prevailed over stupidity. Another breakpoint that has happened recently is where, again, it's all coming from the US because that's where the big change, that's where the breakpoint has been taken, yeah? It happened there, where there's people saying now, actually, no, what we're going to do is take care of the people in our country first. And that's, you think, great. Applause, wonderful. We're applauding something that is absolutely normal. That should be absolutely normal. We're applauding something that 50 years ago you think, well, yes, of course. And yet for us it's like, oh, thank God. I remember in the UK when they took away the Keir Starmer, the Granny Harmer, took away the heating allowance from people, yeah? Because of the big black hole that was left by the Conservatives. And then in the same breath, give away God knows how many millions, if not billions, to Africa to help them. Yeah? Give away more to Africa than they were saving in the UK by taking away heating allowances from elderly people. And that kind of lack of concordance, that lack of, have we thought this through? Is anybody, hello? Is anybody there who's got one brain neuron that might be working? So all of these things that we're seeing, these sillinesses, we're going to see more and more breakpoints where they're going to go away. Thank the bloody Lord for that. Because, we know where we are. We know that we're in this battle. We know what's going on. But even so, even though you know it, doesn't make it any better. Even though you know it, it doesn't make you think, well, okay, just let them do what they do. No, you go, what the actual fuck are they doing? What are they doing? And then all of the stuff that's coming out about the scamdemic and, now on the platform. And now, of course, we do know that it came from a lab. Yeah. And 4 years ago, we were going, it came from that lab. It came from that lab, and people were going, I'll chop your finger off if you keep pointing at that lab. It came from a bat. Of course it came from a bat. It didn't. If it came from a lab, they would say that. No, but they've been funding that lab with American money, funding that lab, and it came from that lab. No, it didn't. It didn't because on the news it said that it didn't. Yeah? And that's kind of where we were. And now they just go, oh, by the way, yeah, it did. Yeah? And we've always known that. We're in this weird place where all of these paradigms that we've been rolling along with, people have been rolling along with, are going, we'll just break that. What that does to the cognitive dissonance of people, I don't know. I heard a fantastic kind of explanation of what cognitive dissonance is. And it's of this man who sees a woman and he says, Sheila, I haven't seen you for years. Sheila, you're looking great. You've lost a lot of weight. Oh, and you've dyed your hair blonde as well. And she says, I'm not Sheila, I'm Mandy. And you've changed your name as well. That's cognitive dissonance. It's like, it doesn't matter what's said. People go, yeah, but. And that's kind of, I don't know. I think that, so many people, the people who are going to stay behind, right, let's be cruel here. The people who go, no, I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm sticking to my guns. And they're the ones who go, and you've changed your name as well. Poor bastards. So I don't know quite how all of that must affect them, but it makes them ill, It makes you ill. When you're trying to take on board too many of these contradictory beliefs and you're rejecting them and you're having to manipulate them so that they fit into your paradigm, it's a lot of work. I much prefer having an open mind, don't you? To say, I don't know if I'm right. Do you know it's the biggest safeguard, the biggest safety mechanism that you can have to keep your mental sanity is to say, I don't know. But I'm an open-minded person and I'm willing to listen to other opinions. That's it. It's the I don't know and hey, tell me about it. I'll listen. Oh my God. That keeps you sane. It's when you say, I know what this is. You see something, you go, I know what this is. It's like when we say, yeah, I know. Don't talk to me about all your airy-fairy stuff. I know this is going to be a shit year. That's it. It's done. But boy, that you have to pay a price for that, don't you? Far better to say, hey, I don't know what kind of year. This is what they're saying, but let's see. I don't know. Whew. Everything's open. So let's stick to that. But let's see what happens with all these breakpoints. And if you've seen other breakpoints that the emissaries are talking about, write them in the comments. I'd love to know. Okay, I love you all and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.